Hey guys, so we're just heading down to the Sprint Series. We've got the Golf on behind the truck. We've got the trailer on here as well. It's looking like it's probably going to be a bit of a wet one actually. It's the first event of the Sprint Series that I've been to that it's wet, and I absolutely love running in the rain. So we'll see how we go. I'm kind of a little bit fingers crossed for it to rain. I'm also kind of not at the same time because we've only got the Z221s on the car. So they're not going to do too great in the wet. So changes for this round. So for this round we've got some BC coilovers into the car. We've also thrown in some Super Pro camber adjusting ball joints that we basically pop on the lower arm. Then we've also done Sparco seats, and we've also done white line caster bushes for the lower control arms as well. So bushes were a bit shagged, as well as the control arms and the shock absorbers. So hopefully that makes a bit of a difference. I'm hoping for a little bit of dry running just so that we can have a bit of a comparison to where we would ordinarily sit. We'll soon find out. I'm expecting the car to probably be a little bit further up the running order in the rain, but I guess we'll wait and see. So we'll see you down there.
That should warm the tyres up a little.
Yeah. Feels okay. If anything, the brake actually probably helped us, to be fair.
It's better on the bumps.
Yeah. It's also better turning in too.
Yeah, you're not getting as much on this thing. Amazing what happens when you check your tyre pressures.
You put it down to that?
I think it's probably part of it. Nice. Nice.
Fucking locked up royally.
So after run one, we ended up having a severe understeer issue, but that's also my fault. If you put the tyre pressures the wrong way round front to rear, because I switched tyres front to rear to try and give us a bit more grip, you probably should check them before run one. So yeah, so that's okay, but that's been corrected for the later runs. So we're all sorted on that front now. So yeah, happy with that. Okie doke. So after run 2 and 3, we clearly sorted out the tyre pressure drama that we were fighting with previously. The car is starting to rotate now, which is great. We haven't adjusted any of our heights. We've adjusted our bump and rebound on the front and rear shock absorbers just to make the arts a little bit stiffer, and also make the front a little bit more forgiving so that we end up with more of a balance across the car. So that's been working really, really well. So yeah, been extremely happy with that. We're starting to head in the right direction now. I just need to drive it a bit better. So we've just finished up run 4. Extremely happy with that. We put the 360 camera on the front. It was a bit of an experience with a kangaroo at one point, which was a bit of fun, but overall, great run. Drove the car a lot better. The car's behaving a lot better in the entry to mid-corner. We still have a little bit more on exit, but that's also got to do with the diff. That's something that we still really want to do, but it just depends if funds can allow it. I think that that's actually probably better money spent than, say, putting a tune in the car at the moment, because we're just lighting up tyres on corner exit. So, but we got down to, I believe it was 301, so knocking on the door of the 259s. Tim in his Fiesta is only sort of 9/10 up the road, which is pretty impressive for us, considering we don't have a diff. Tim does. His car's pretty potent and he's a solid steerer too, so very happy with that. We'll see how we go in run 5.
yeah, looking forward to it. We'll let you know how we go.
Attention promoters, this is the final call for run 5. Final call for run 5. If you haven't competed and would like to do so, please head on down to the start line immediately.
So I forgot to record an outro for run 5. So during run 5, the car was absolutely cracking. Unfortunately, I ended up overcooking a couple of the corners through the midsection of the track. Ended up making it up in other areas, but the time was still a 3:02, so it wasn't a PB for the night. Still a good time. Quite happy with that. I think it put us like 10th outright for that run, which was not too bad, but a few cars had gone home. Overall, extremely happy with that. We're definitely grip limited more so than power limited at the moment, so getting power to the ground on corner exit's a bit of a problem. But we need to close the gap to Tim somewhat. So we're currently matched on points for the final round. Well, not final round, for the final 2 rounds. So going into the final 2 rounds, we'll see how we sort of
stack up. Massive shout out and thank you to Thomas Abbott and Mark Bennett. Mark from Geeked Auto, he has a YouTube channel, I'll link it down in the description, and Thomas does some photography, so you'll probably find him on socials as well. So massive thank you to those guys. We wouldn't have the external footage without them. Obviously I've got Dan in the passenger seat, so massive shout out to Dan as well for coming along and putting up with my driving all night. So overall, great run for the evening. The car behaved pretty well. We had a little bit of a hiccup with some ball joints coming loose. Once we tightened those back up, the car behaved faultlessly. We also adjusted the bump and rebound on the shock absorbers. So between rounds, I would like to increase the rear slightly so that we have a bit more rake on board to make the back of the car a bit more lively. So we'll see how that goes. So that might be something that we can do. I've also got a new mic setup coming so that we can record the car audio a bit better, and I'm also hoping to be testing an intercom system at one of the rounds as well, so that you can hear what Dan and I are talking about a bit better as well. So just some changes for the next one. Overall, awesome event. Great variety of cars. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I showed you a couple of different cars that are running around, and I'll close the video out leaving you with a couple of the cooler cars that Mark managed to get some external footage of, and you can listen to those turbos whistling away, and some of those things are absolute potent weapons. So, but I'd love to see you guys out there. If you've got a Golf, whatever you've got, I'd love to see you come out and have a run. Come say good day and be a hoot. So close out with the video. You can check out these cars now.